Hey, Kevin here, top 100 financial advisor, two-time author, one-time bestseller, and we are here to talk about the stock market. Today, I want to tell you why I do not check my account every day. I don't do it. There is no actual point to me checking my own account every single day, and I want to tell you why. Now, before you get mad at me in the comments, and feel free to get mad and comment if you want, but before you get mad, remember my credentials, right? Like, I've managed tons and tons of millionaires. I've managed over $140 million in investments, and I still did not check my own account every single day. And it wasn't for lack of time, right? It's easy to just open my app and see what I'm investing in and see what's going on. But here's why. Number one, what purpose does that serve? And why do I need to check my account multiple times a day? Why do I need to check it every day? If I am afraid that the company is going to go bankrupt or that's going to vanish and fall off the face of the earth, guess what? I probably shouldn't have been investing in that company to begin with. Think about that. If I'm investing in Pepsi or Tesla or Square or PayPal, if I didn't think that company was going to be good and I didn't have evidence for it, meaning I can look at the past 5 years, I can look at the past 1 year, the last 6 months, I can look up the CEO. Why would I need to do that? Like, if I've done all that research, I should know that it is pretty solid. I shouldn't have to wake up in fear and wonder if it's still here or not. Like, I don't know, Kodak, right? So if you have to check it every day because you're afraid that the company's not going to be there or that you're going to lose everything, that's a sign that you may not have invested in something that was good. Number two, really think about the fact that you may not have a plan. That's the other part of it. If you are a trader or someone that wants to protect yourself from losses, we talked about a stop loss order, which means that if it drops to a certain amount, you'll automatically sell and you know right around what your loss is going to be. I talked about how I did this with a stock. I forgot which one it was, Aurora Cannabis or Tilray. I did it with Tilray, right? I was up 62 some odd dollars, had a stop loss. I said, if it drops under this amount, you'll automatically sell. And I went from a $60 profit to just a $6 profit. I didn't have to check the market for that. I was taking care of my kids. I was eating breakfast. It was like 9:33 in the morning. It said, hey, you sold. I'm like, oh, I thought I made money. And I did. I thought I was going to make a lot, but it didn't. It fell off the map. It was down 24% or 25% at the time I checked it, and then down like 50% for the rest of the day. But guess who didn't have to worry about doing that kind of stuff? So if you are afraid or you feel like you have to check it every single day because you don't want to lose, or you feel like you can get in there and like sell out if things don't go the way you want it to, then you need to have a clear plan, or you need to choose better quality companies. One of the two. You got to have that stuff in place, because if you're checking every day, you start to get a lot more emotional than what you would normally. And this leads to what people call chasing, which means that, oh, this stock today was up 40%. Let me go jump into that. PayPal hit an all-time high. Let me go jump into that. Verizon was up 6% today. Let me go jump into that. And you just start chasing stuff that you see with no real strategy, because any stock can be up big for one single day and end up falling off the map the very next day. Then you jump out of that and you jump into the next one. And the next thing you know, you're losing more than you're winning. Again, Tilray was a very good example of this, where it was up crazy the day before. I even expected that it was going to be up at least for another week or so. I hopped in. I had my stop loss limit though, and it fell the next day. And I only got but a little bit of profit out of that. Profit is better than loss though, right? But I didn't have to worry because I had that plan in place. I had a stop loss. I knew exactly how bad it was going to get for me because I had my stop loss in it. You want to have that type of strategy or that type of plan. And I don't do that for every stock I have. I do it for the ones I don't trust. So do it for my trading. So that's trying the money I'm trying to make a little bit more aggressively. And the stocks like Tilray that I do not trust. I don't have a stop loss for Google. I don't have one for Tesla right now. I don't have one for Apple. I'm gonna be in it, right? I'm gonna stick in it for the long term. I ain't worried about all that. They've been around. I'm gonna be around. We all know that. But that's why I don't need to check Apple every single day, because it's gonna be here. I don't need to check Google every day because it's gonna be here. So when you are investing, if you feel the need, you examine yourself. If you feel the need to check the market every single day, is that really a company that you trust? Or are you doing something without a plan and a strategy? You have to ask yourself that question. And then the other reason why you don't want to do it is because of chasing, which means you just following, kind of a dog chasing a car, and you just running around. You have no idea when to get in or when to get out, just because you just hopped in it because everybody else was talking about it. But also, you don't want to overcompensate. And this is something that could have happened to me this time last year. So you guys know, I think it was I think the last quarter of 2019. I sat down, my son and I, he's a baby, y'all get the point. But we sat down, we said we're gonna get Nike. Nike around December 2019 or so was like $108 a share or whatever it was at that point in time. I thought it was a good company. I did my research. It was a good stock. We went ahead and bought it. Didn't pay attention to it because you guys know I really only come back and really take a look at my account June and December, and that's really it. So we got it then. I left it alone. Then right around this time last year, this is when the pandemic really hit the States and when the market started to fall. Nike went from like $108 a share to like $88 a share. Then a month from now, which was like mid-March, it really, really dropped all the way down to $65 a share. Imagine me as a parent, right? Not just as a financial expert, take all that stuff out of it. As a parent, as a dad, I put money away for my son and I'm watching it fall from 100, from 108, wherever it was, to 100, to 80, to 70, and then $65 a share. If I'm looking at that every day, I probably would have panicked. I would have acted a fool. I would have sold out of it and just been afraid. But I did not. I decided, look, I don't need to look at this right now. I knew, and we did videos every day during that time when I started doing these videos Monday through Friday. And I'm like, look, the market does recover. It's just a matter of when. I did not know that was going to recover so quickly. I also didn't think, if you asked me to put money on it, I wouldn't have thought that 2020 for the stock market would have been a positive year, but it was. And that's a part of it. Back by June, we were fine. The stock was about around 90 or so, coming back to breaking even. Eventually it did break even. And last I checked, because I'm not checking these things every day, I'm going to check now though to see what the price of Nike is. We had broken even and actually made money. I think at one point it was up to 150, and let's see what this is. It's at 143 right now. And he got it, when it was like at 100. So he made $43 for every share that he has. So, and that's the point. Like, I don't need to be emotional. I got the times I'm evaluating my portfolio. I got the times I'm going to sell for that case. And for the other companies that are out there, whether I'm trading or it's a company I don't trust, I got my stop loss there. So if it falls between a certain number, I'm getting out, and I know for a fact that I'm going to get either a very small profit or some profit, and I've locked it in, or I'm going to lose very little, as opposed to waking up and seeing that the stock is down 50%. You have to have that stuff in place. Now, lastly, I'll add this, or maybe not lastly, we'll see. I'll add this. Now, I check the market every day, number one, so I can help you guys understand what's going on. I have alerts of what's going on, but I'm not actually in my personal account. I'm not looking at the amount every single day. Like, I've made $50, I've lost $200, I've made this much every single day. I do not do that. That's what's going to get me emotional. I can look at Nike and it's going to do what it's going to do. And that's because, with the exception, or not, well, not Nike's not a good example, because I knew exactly how much, at what point we bought Nike. But I don't remember when I bought Amazon for the first time. I can't tell you what the price was when I first bought it. So it's hard to remember that. So Amazon is at 3,000 or whatever it is, 3,100, whatever it is, right? I just know it's a good company, and I watch the news. I'll follow the news. We talk about new stuff and things that we think are going to happen, but I don't need to see how much money I am making and how much money I am losing every single day. That's going to put you in a very negative space where you're either over confident. Remember all those GameStop people? Yeah, remember the memes with the rockets and diamond hands? They're not doing it no more, right? Because you were overconfident. You were checking it every day, and it wasn't a company that you should have been invested in, and you didn't have a stop loss to protecting losses, protect yourself and give you a cushion when the thing did eventually fall apart. So all of those things are reasons why you should not check it every day. I don't really see any positives unless you're a day trader, which is extremely risky, but they also have a process. A good day trader has a process where they get in, they do what they need to do, and they have a very strict process and rules as to what they do and what they don't do. So these are the things you need to have. You need to have either a schedule, which is, you can do both of these, but you can have a schedule, which is what I have for my long-term serious money. June, and December. You can pick whatever months you want. You can either do twice a year, once a year, or the max, as what I would see, is quarterly, which is 4 times a year. That's the only times you need to go in there and really examine and see what's going on. And when you do that, you choose better companies, because now you know, look, this needs to last for 6 months. This needs to be a good company. So, and I can't get out of it, or you shouldn't get out of it until the next 6 months, or until your evaluation time is up. That's what you want to be careful of. So, for example, I got T-Mobile. I'm not happy with T-Mobile. I got into it in December. I really expected to do better. It is only February 17th. I got time. But also, T-Mobile, for all I know, right now, could be the next Nike. By the time June rolls around, it could be the best stock in the market, for all I know. It can stay trash. We'll see, though, right? I have other companies that compensate for it, and it's why you never put all your eggs in one basket. So why we got Google's, why we got Squares, why we got all this other stuff, so that T-Mobile is like the one player that's not playing, and that's fine right now. It's early, and if you don't perform, you got to go, right? But you got other people you're trying to get in here. So that's just how I'm looking at it. And I think for most, especially new investors, you do not need to be in there every day. You can follow the market and you can follow the news, you can get the alerts. That's all fine. But your actual account, where it tells you how much you made or lost every day, you don't need to be doing all that. You don't need to be doing all that. All right. All right. So that's it for me. Let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure you share this video, because everybody's in here making mistakes, and I want to try and reduce those mistakes. All of us learn from those. I have made those mistakes too. So make sure you share the video and help everybody become wealthier. That's the best way that you can pay me, by hitting that share button. All right, that's it for me. Talk to you guys later.